I want to welcome you to the Living Life on Purpose weekly broadcast. This week we'll be having Lena Jackson and Kristen Johnson, who are both presenters at the 2020 Unbottled Retreat. Hello, everyone. I would like to welcome you to Living Life on Purpose. I am honored today to have our two of our presenters in the My Story, My Journey retreat from the My Story, My Journey retreat. How you doing, Kristen?
Hello, I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Hi, Lena. How are you?
Hi,
Tell your
I'm
son we
well.
say
How are
hi.
you?
I want to welcome you to the Living Life on Purpose. Tell your son we say hi. We see him back there. So I just want to thank you, ladies, for number one, participating in the 2020 My Story, My Journey virtual retreat. This is our first year doing it virtual. So I'm always trying something different. So we are, and I know it's going to be an absolutely fabulous event. So we just want to have a quick interview. Both of you ladies have attended the retreat in the past. So I think we're going to start with the Mel Works. We're going to have you tell us a little bit about yourselves. We'll start with Kristen.
Hello, my name is Kristen Johnson. I'm 24 years old, a native of Detroit, halfway partial Texan, and a recent graduate of Central State University. And I'm just super excited to participate in the retreat and share on the topic that I've been selected to present on.
Okay. Well, we're going to keep our topics a secret. You
Oh, yeah, I'm
presented,
aware. I didn't say it.
I know you did. You're doing a great job, Kristen. So, Lena, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Lena Jackson. I'm not going to tell you how old I am. I'm, I'm a native Daytonian, born and raised, and I am a nurse, a mother, and a counselor, and many other things. I wear a lot of hats, and I'm excited as well. As Kristen said, I'm very excited to be here and very excited to participate.
One thing Lena didn't say about herself is she's simply fabulous. You have people in your life that keep it real. She'll inbox me or call me like, Sandy, you look tired. You need to could you go take a nap? Um, so she didn't mention that part. So that's what it's about, being our sisters keepers. So our next question is, both of you ladies have attended the retreat before. Christian attended some years ago. And I think you were a presenter some years ago. You presented, that's the year that we did young ladies, and you went
Hmm.
and took the young ladies, like teenagers, off, and they had an awesome time. Kristen also felt a real lot to speak on. She has a nonprofit where she works with young ladies. Bosses are not bullies are not Bosses are not bullies was the name of the first program she did. So tell me some of your takeaways from the last retreat you attended, Lena.
Um, the biggest takeaway that I think that I had last year, that was my first time attending. It was really awesome. It was different, and it took me completely outside of my comfort zone. But outside from meeting good people, wonderful people, people that I still stay in connection with today, the one thing that I took away with is that I'm not finished. There's more of me to learn, and I think that anytime you can leave a retreat looking for opportunities to better yourself, you're always going to get more. So it was a great retreat, and I loved all the ladies. I learned a lot about finances. I learned a lot about doing things that are going to be beneficial to me as far as time management. I learned a little bit about my own journey, and but more than anything, I walked away knowing that there's still work to do, and as long as God gives you another day, you have purpose, then you're doing really good. It doesn't always feel like it, but you're always doing really good when you can learn and do better. 1% better today was better than I was yesterday.
And you made connections that you're still in contact with. And did we have fun?
Absolutely.
Did we have some fun, Lena?
Yeah, I did have some fun. She took me outside camping, and I had never done that before. I was outside of my comfort zone, but I had a great time. I had a
Because
great time.
we were in the woods last year, and next year, 2021, because we're going to be virtual because we're rebuking the coronavirus. We're going to be back in the woods, but I'll tell you guys about that later. Kristen, what was your takeaway some years ago? Because I know you had had some struggles, and you shared those.
Yeah, so that retreat was really a very, I feel the theme was kind of on healing and breakthroughs for a lot of the women, including myself, from a variety of issues. I felt at the time I just dealt with a lot of identity issues more so than anything. I think I was about 20 or 19 at the time. I was very young. So only being 24 now, which is still young, I feel like I've grown and matured so much, not just in my day to day as a human, but even spiritually. And I feel like the retreat was one of those moments where a defiant moment kind of for me with choosing how I wanted to articulate myself and articulate my journey and who my audience would be when I began to share, because we talked a lot about depression. I know there were women who talked about like childhood abuse, sexual abuse, just those different topics that, are kind of taboo to discuss on a day to day basis. And unless you're in therapy or, you're lucky enough to have a supportive family, which many people don't when it comes to those topics, it was just awesome to see a group of women get together and also to be able to educate the next generation if they're dealing with those things, or even to set precursors so they don't run into those types of situations, or they kind of have some awareness about how to avoid some things or how to better take care of themselves. So that's kind of my biggest takeaway from that retreat, and it was a while ago. So
Awesome. Thank you, ladies. The next question is, why are retreats important? But I think we wrapped that up. We wrapped that up. They're important because it's a place. My pastor's wife, Mother Edwards, used to always say, we retreat to move forward. When a military force retreat, is because there's so much coming on them. They back up, they regroup, then they push forward with more strength. That's the same reason we retreat. We back up, we refresh, we deal with our stuff, and then we come out more powerful and stronger. When you heard the theme this year, Lena, unbottled, what were your first thoughts?
I'm visual, so when I first saw the ad or the advertisement, I saw the bottle before I read the title, and I was excited immediately. Like excited. I just think it's something amazing. I think your interview last week, Shonda spoke about unbottled being like a bottle of wine that's been opened and it has an opportunity to breathe, and I thought that was really wonderful. But I also know that sometimes it's not that beautiful execution. Sometimes things got to crack. Something's got to break in order for the substance to be really released. And that's what I thought about. Like, if there was nothing that I've learned since my last time at the retreat, is that sometimes breaking is just absolutely necessary, and there's nothing wrong with breaking. Actually, the problem would be not breaking and not allowing the substance inside the bottle to be completely used for the purpose that it's been put here on earth for. Um, my favorite saying when I was in school was, you have to be fluid like water so that you can fit into the container that you're working toward. But sometimes you just got to create your own bottle, and in order to do that, you got to break some things. And so for me, the advertisement and the broken bottle was an exciting example of what I think, or where I think I am in my season of life right now. It's just got to break, and that's okay.
Yes, and Tasha Cobb Leonard, I think her last name is. She has a song called "Gracefully Broken," where she
Gracefully.
talks about that God gracefully breaks us. He has to break those things
Mhm.
to restore. Kristen, what about you? When you first sing that, you sing my first. They give me feedback on my flyers. They be like, no, 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 mom, try again. So when you first seen the final flyer, when you first heard Unbottled, what were your thoughts?
well, for me, I was just super excited because you had finally chose a theme that wasn't so like churchy and like, oh my God, like I'm going to the Koji convention. Like, it was just very unconventional. And that's what I appreciated about it immediately. And then I'm actually the one who told you to use the bottle that's on there, to find some type of bottle like that. And we joked that it looked like the Hennessy bottle to us at the time. But I love it. And I love, like, how I feel real it's going to be. And for me, the way I kind of interpreted it, much like Miss Lena said, that it's very important to know those moments when it's time to break. But I feel like too, like you said as well, to know those moments where maybe it's not you breaking, but it's time for you to change your container, or you've outgrown, the vessel that you always have been used to. And I feel like that's a phase that a lot of us are in with coronavirus, and just the various things going on within our community, from racial injustices to all of these things. I find so many people wanting to reinvent themselves, or finding that things in society are beginning to break them. And I was kind of going through some of the same things. Just fighting depression and anxieties, kind of about what's next, and I'm still battling that daily. And I know it's a lot of my peers and other women who are facing the same thing, but we have to find confidence and confidence in the fact that he's moving. And you have to get comfortable with being sometimes pushed, moved, leaked out of the container. It might be some glass pieces left in it, but like, is the substance still there? Is the what the creator originally put in that bottle and mixed up, is that still present? If it is, then find a new bottle. Like,
That's a very good analogy. Well, ladies, we have one more question, but before that, we're going to take a brief commercial break. My Story, My Journey is a 2-day experience that challenges women to open up their hearts to God, experience connection with other women, and learn about themselves. It is a call for women from all walks of life to connect deeply with their own dreams and God-given purpose. 2019 was the Women in Action Retreat, and now for the 2020 My Story, My Journey Retreat. Unbottled. We are women who have survived the pandemic, and we're going to continue to be women in purpose. Please come join us for this amazing 2-day event. Hello, ladies. My name is Sandy D. Johnson, and I am the hostess of the 2020 My Story, My Journey. We have an exciting time planned. Spiritual development, personal development, self-care to move your life towards the purpose that God has intended for you. We figure out how to get your skills, your gifts, and put them all in one. How your story, your journey, your hurts, your pains, your victories and joys all are coming together for the purpose that God intended them for. I cannot wait to see you in September. Thank you. Thank you. We just had a brief commercial break. Y'all didn't know I had commercials, did you? Y'all didn't know I had commercials.
no.
So we're back after a brief commercial break. And we're going to have our last question. You ladies ready? We don't have any more commercials. Why do you think sisterhood is so important? We can start with Kristen.
For me, I think sisterhood lays the foundation, to life. And I really used to be one of those girls that hated girls. Like, I didn't like to hang with girls. Most of my friends were always guys. I was a tomboy growing up, honestly, to like the core, because I just thought women could be so petty and just all of these different things. And as I began to mature, and as I got what I feel is my gang now, and my complete like sister girls, it's just so important because they become mirrors and vessels for you to pour into and to receive from. And you know it's just important for women to have a safe space, whether with other women, to talk and to engage and to just let it out, whatever it is. And for me, sisterhood, just thinking about me and my sister Sydney, and how close we are and close knit that we are, and how that bond has always caused both of us to continue to sharpen one another. It's almost an iron sharpens iron dynamic that I think that solely comes from sisterhood. And it doesn't even have to be like a blood relation like mine. You find that once you find your friend girls that rock like you, move like you, talk like you. It's just awesome.
Okay, what about you, Lena? What is sisterhood
Well,
to you?
I think she did an amazing job in articulating sisterhood. I will tell you that I was one of those women who did not necessarily care to be around a lot of women. Also, I don't necessarily believe that it was by choice. I think that, like you said, you grow and mature. But for me, I think the strongest friend that you can have and the strongest enemy that you can have is both held in a woman. And so you have to learn who you are in order to be around those people. I also think that no one can be the empath for you like a woman. They felt what you felt, even though they've not said it. And so to be around people who you have unspoken connectivity to, and you can grow from them without even asking questions, that's powerful. I think that's just kind of like, I think when you get two women on the same page, you got a true master mindset, but it takes a lot for that because when you get two people on the master mindset, it's very difficult sometimes. So sisterhood is good, so you can actually be better yourself and build the people around you because you're the base of the community. You're a minister of life and you nurture life, and so it's important that you're strong in your own life.
Yes, because we are birthers, we are connected. And it's so important. Women leave here, the retreat, and have formed lifelong bonds. And it's really amazing. And this year we're virtual, which is a little different, a lot different, but it is, like in the words of Michelle Obama, it is what it is. But I
Mhm.
have so much stuff going on in this brain. I keep saying, Sandy, you got to save some of it for later. Um, all I gotta say, last year I had a costume change. They looked up and I was Wonder Woman. And I'm just gonna say we got some costumes this year coming. We can't have a retreat without a costume change.
Oh
And
God.
we have two different packs. One is a $75 pack where you last year, Lena, you remember your guys got a binder full of your retreat material. So inside that $75 pack is your retreat material in the binder, fully colored. You also have your T-shirt. Oh, I don't have the T-shirt pulled up. The T-shirt is a wonderful. I don't want the T-shirt to be just the name of the retreat. The T-shirt is a conversation starter for you to even wear after. And it's a woman breaking through glass. Also in there is all the items because the retreat, the reason they're called presenters and not speakers is because it's interactive. So the $75 pack includes the interactive portion, and there's things in the retreat pack that helps you do the activities. Like I'll just say there's a balloon in there. You find out what you're gonna do with this balloon. Um, and then there's another pack for $25, and I've decided to include the T-shirt in that $25 pack. And with that, you get a downloadable digital download of the pack of the retreat material. So that's what I'm calling a self-guided retreat, where you kind of take yourself through. You'll be put in a private Facebook group, and you'll be able to interact with the other ladies. But we're going to have something called Sisterly Connection, where the ladies that pay the guided tour price will drop down in and actually get guided through all the activities. So there's two price points, one for everybody. And the T-shirt, if I must say myself, is just fabulous.
It really is.
So you
Nice.
guys, I'm going to put the name of the website to go register. I want to thank you, ladies, so much for joining me. And we're going to go off. I have something new. Let me see if this works. We're going to see. Let's see if that's working. It's supposed to put a link. Let's see if it's doing it. I don't know if it did it or not, but I'll take it off. So you ladies, thank you so much. And I look forward to you guys joining us for the retreat. In order to go register, you go to www.mystorymyjourney.retreat.com. Again, www.mystorymyjourneyretreat.com. In that $75 pack, there's only like 15 of those left. Because I have to limit because I wanted to stay intimate, and plus I had to get stuff shipped from China for it, so I only got so much stuff from China. But we won't talk about what I got shipped from China. So